welcome back to Songbird Budgets. My name's Ellie and this channel is all about my budgeting journey. So this video might be a slightly longer one than usual because I have got a few things to go through. If you've seen any of my previous videos, or at least my last video, you'll know that my budget for February is very tight. And I've managed to pull some money from my self-employed income, but we'll get to that in a minute. So I'm also going to be closing down the January budget and cash stuffing for February as well. So there's a few little bits to get through, but if that's something that sounds like it interests you, then please hit the subscribe button. I really do appreciate it when you do. Hit the like button and the notification bell so that you get told when any of my new videos come out. Okay, so let's close down January's budget to begin with. So this is the budget that we had for January. I'm going to zoom you in. Okay, so I've now been paid all of my child benefit, so my actual income was exactly the same as what was predicted. So let's have a look. So all of the money came out that I should have done. Guitar was actually only £45 this month, and we didn't pay anything towards my son's dinners. And as you can see here, there was a bit of a difference in the theatre cost as well. So let me just add those up. That gave me 1,139.97 if I've added it up correctly, which is possible I haven't. So if I take that away from the income, we have £570.13. So you can see there's a £60 difference there. So all of this money was it exactly the same? Let me look at it as we go through. 55, yes. 150, yes. 30 for petrol and 30 for hair. Yep, everything was the same there. So that was 280. I'm not relying on my brain today. So 290.13. All of these were the same. I'm not going to add the numbers in at the minute. So that gave me 75.13. Now, I'm just going to miss that out for a second. My emergency, I did put £15 into my emergency. Now, okay, I'm not going to put anything towards debt this month. Now, I had planned to, but what's happened is my son's guitar teacher has told me that he has an exam coming up. So funnily enough, the exam cost £60, which is exactly how much I managed to have left. So although I do usually work on a zero-based budget, this £60 I'm actually keeping in here to pay for his guitar lesson. His guitar exam. So usually I would want a zero there, but the £60 I'm keeping for my son's guitar exam, and the 13 pence is going to stay in my bank as a small buffer that I'll hopefully grow as time goes by. Okay, so that's everything on there. Let me put that to one side. So as I did last week, last week, I'm going to put that there so you can see the difference. So I didn't do them in date order this time. I did them in envelope order to make it a bit easier on me. So on the 11th, I gave my daughter some money to take to theatre so she could get a snack, and that was £1. On the 14th, I did my weekly shop, which was £17.89. On the 17th, another snack amount, which was £1.10. Now, I will say that this one for the 17th, which is actually today, it could have come out of the budget that's going to start, because my budget started yesterday, but because I had the change there, I just took it out of there because it just made sense. So so that was £1.10, and then from the eating out we had chips on the 15th, and then I remember what it was now. I was just about to say I can't remember what that was for, but that was for drinks because my son wanted a drink and we didn't bring any with us. So that was £3.67. So going over to the check-in sheet, we can see that food we opened with £20. We didn't add anything to it, and we spent £19.99. So we only have a penny left, so that's going straight to savings. So let's just bring that out. There we go. There's the shiny copper penny. And then eating out, we didn't add anything to the £12 we had, but we spent £11.67. So that should give it, oops, I can't get my writing done properly today. That should give us 33 pence. Oh wait, let me do that. Let's have a look. Have we got that? We have got 20, 30 and 3 pence. There we go. So we'll put all of that to one side for the moment. Okay, as for petrol, I'm keeping that 9 pence in there. I didn't, just in case, I've figured out, luckily one of the commenters on one of my previous videos had mentioned that there is on the petrol, at the petrol stations, you can actually, or on some of them, you can put in a set amount that you want it to go to, which I'd never realised before. But I know not all of them do, so I'm going to keep that 9 pence in there anyway, even if it I don't use it. So I did buy petrol, as I mentioned in my previous video. It's half term here this week, so I needed to take the kids here and there and everywhere. So what I did was I filled up £50, which was the budget for February, which I'll show you in a minute. I filled that up on, I can't remember what day it was now. I think it was Monday. Yeah, I filled it up on Monday. And I put it on my card because I knew I had the money in there. And then what I did was when I got my money yesterday, when I got paid yesterday, I actually transferred it so that it covered the money that came out. So as we go through the budget in a minute, you'll see what I mean. Okay, so that is, zoom out again. So that is January complete. Let's just put the 34 pence. Oops. So we've got £42.80 in there now, which is a really nice amount of money. Okay, so things are going to get a little bit more complicated now because we actually went out for a day out with the kids yesterday, which was the day I got paid. So this budgeting video is actually a day later than I wanted to do it. But because of that, I've had to swap a few things around because I hadn't been to the bank, I hadn't got the money for the budget. So I actually took some out of my, excuse me, some of my sinking funds, and then I'm going to replace it back in. And I've also got some other news as well. So if we go straight over to the budget, I've filled out some of this already just so that I can kind of talk you through it. So let's zoom you in again. Okay, so this budget goes from February the 16th to March the 15th. So the amount that I predicted I'd get paid was correct. My child maintenance I will get in about 5 days, I think it is. My child benefit, that comes to me at the minute every Tuesday, although I have just requested that they do it 4 weekly instead. So I will get that amount, or I might get slightly more because they're not quite sure what the 4 weekly period where it starts. So she said that I might get paid next week, then I might get paid in 2 weeks, and then I might get paid in 4 weeks. So I'm kind of just playing this by ear. So I might get a little bit more than that. I might get a little bit less. I'm not entirely sure at the minute. So when I went through the budget with you, if you see this blue column, when we got to the bottom, I had 49 pence left, and I only had one thing in my sinking fund. And I was a bit worried about being able to afford everything and keep on track with the sinking fund, the annual sinking funds that I wanted to do. What I managed to do was I managed to afford £110 from my business. So from my self-employed business, I transferred £110 into my bank to help cover everything for February. The other thing I want to say is that I'm putting in £130 from the sinking funds. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because of one thing that I forgot to account for when I mentioned about my benefit income. So I explained this in a little bit in the last video, but my universal credit is actually based on how much I earn as a self-employed person. So the more I earn, the less universal credit I get, which is fine. One of my aims this year is to hopefully come completely off benefits and be self-sufficient with my self-employed business. And that is what I'm working towards. So at the end of January, when I get paid my self-employed income, I actually got paid more than the previous month. So that means that my universal credit payment, so my benefit payment, has come down. So I usually get about £1,500, but because I'm earning more, this is now going to start going down. But each month it will be a different amount. What I hadn't accounted for is that with the drop in benefit amount, I also now have to start paying council tax again because I was getting a council tax benefit as well. So I'm not only am I losing money on my benefits, but I'm having to pay more for my council tax. But luckily, last month I actually put £130 into the council tax sinking fund. So I've decided, instead of saving that up for next year and paying the whole of the council tax in one go, I'm just going to take it out of here and put it in here, because February is a tight month anyway, and I wouldn't have been able to afford this payment without it. So yes, so that £130 came out of the council tax sinking fund, and I'm now having to pay £164.56. So just to write in the ones that have already come out, because these come out today. I'm glad all of these come out in one go. Makes life so much easier. Okay, so all of those ones have come out today. So the only ones left is TV, the gas and electric, which I have a feeling I'm going to have to increase soon, the guitar, and then the council tax, which will come out on the 1st of the month. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, if I just drop down to here for a second, the petrol, you can see I wrote transfer £50, so I've already transferred that over yesterday. And because we went out yesterday, I had £35 that I put towards eating out. Now, I'm hoping I'm not going to confuse anybody here, but or myself, because I might confuse myself as I go along. But yes, I reduced it to £35, and we'll just see how that goes for us, because I've done our online food shop, which I'm picking up tomorrow, which came to £140, because I've actually tried to not have any takeaways, and I've actually made a menu for the whole of the period. So I will be paying out £140. So when I stuff this, I'll only be stuffing £30, but I will be giving myself the full 170. And then my children will get 5 and 10. So because I put the extra money in from my business, I have been able to afford some of the sinking funds that I was needing to. So I've put £30 towards my hair, because I do have an appointment within this period, although I might change it if things are looking a bit tight and I don't think I can afford anything. £25 went to Days Out, which we used yesterday. £10 to my son's birthday, 15 towards Disney Plus, because the cost has just gone up by £20 a year, which I wasn't particularly happy about, but it's fine. It's cheaper than Netflix. And 25 towards the car service, because that is coming up and I need to build that up, and then £10 towards car maintenance, because I have a feeling I'm going to need some new tyres. So taking all this into account, and the confusing bit that I might confuse us all, we've got 195 to stuff. Now what I did, instead of going to the bank, the money that I got from the council tax sinking fund, excuse me, and the money that I had that I'd already saved for the car tax, both of those were going to go back into the bank to pay for them. So I've actually taken this money from that money that was going into the bank to save me having to go to the cash machine. Now I need 195. There's 200 here because I didn't have enough denominations. So all of these that I've put here, it's gone to pot because I didn't have enough. But we're going to see how we go, and if we can swap things around in envelopes as we go, then that would be great. But we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85, 90, 95, 200. So we should have £5 left over at the end, in theory. If everything goes as it should, we should have £5 left over. Although I can probably guarantee you that I'm going to forget I said that. Okay, so where are we going to start? Let's start with the sinking funds. Oh, I picked the wrong one, typically. So these are the annual ones, or some of the annual ones. So I'll try and talk you through the changes that I did and the money that I took out and put in and etc. So car tax hasn't got anything in at the minute because I don't need to start stuffing this until the next budget, and I've just taken the money out of this to go back to the bank so that I can pay for it. My son is getting, let me look at the thing, £10. So let me add £10 to it. And we've got 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90. So my aim for that is 200. So next budget, I'm actually just going to put the 10 in and then that will be full. Okay, Disney Plus. Now I took out £25 from here to pay for our day out yesterday. So first, let me put that back in. So that's the £25 that I took out that I'm now replacing. So we start with £45 and I'm putting £15 into it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 5 back out and I'm going to get a 20. So we had 45, we've added 15 and we've now got 60. So I've only got another 20 that I need to pay for that because it's gone up to nearly £80 now. Oh, never mind. Right, so car service. We're adding £25 to, so we've got a 20 and we've got a 5. And because obviously I need some of these, there's a 20 there, which I am going to put in here, and I'm going to put another 20 in there. So car service now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 82. So there's 200 in there. I'm aiming for, I think it's 300 for my car service. It's probably not going to be that much, but I prefer to have more than not enough. So contents is not going to have anything added, but I will just update you with everything that's in here. So there's £30 in there at the minute. Do you know what? Oh no, I'll just leave that as that is for now. I can always come back to it if I need the change. So remind me, contents insurance. So that's got £30 in there. Breakdown cover. Oh, sorry, the contents insurance is due in September. Breakdown cover has got 25, and that's due in October. My daughter's birthday. None of these are getting anything this month, but she's got 20, 40, 60, £80 in there. So her birthday's in October, and again I'm aiming for about £200. Car insurance. We've got 20, 40, 50 in car insurance. That's due November. Christmas has got 20, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90. So Christmas has got 90. Again, it's not being stuffed this month. As I mentioned about the council tax, I'm no longer going to be saving towards that because I can't afford it. My daughter's braces, eventually, it's got £70 in here at the minute, but this is going to be one of those sinking funds that I might scrap if I find I can't afford to keep putting money towards it, and I need the money towards my actual monthly budget. Okay, so that is those done. Hopefully, did I put everything back? Yeah, I put everything back in that one. So we're just going to skip the grocery and eating out for the minute. Car maintenance, we're adding £10 to it, so I'm going to take the 10 out and put a 20 in. We've now got 40. This is just an ongoing one, so I just want to keep building that up. Gifts hasn't got anything in it at the minute. School hasn't got anything at the minute. All right, dental is one that I took some money out for yesterday, so I need to put £10 back into put £10 back into dental. I took it just as a precaution in case I spent too much. Hair is getting 30, so there's the 30. But as I said, if I find that I'm going to need the money, I will cancel the appointment and push it on to the next budget. Days out hasn't got anything in it. Excuse me, because I spent it yesterday. Emergency has got £15 in it, and we're going to leave that to the minute. And then this back to bank has got the remainder of the money for what needs to go into the bank. Okay, just bear with me a second while I just make sure I'm doing what I need to. Okay, so let's start with groceries. So as I said, the budget I've given myself this month is £170. Now I do have a £30 voucher on top of that, so it does top it up to the £200 that I usually give us for the month. But what I'm going to do is I've paid I will have paid £140 for the online shop tomorrow, which leaves me with £30. And then I will also have the £30 voucher, so that gives me £60 to last us the rest of the month. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this in the folder for now, and I'm going to use the vouchers when I go shopping next week, and possibly the week after. If I can keep it as tight as possible this month, that would be amazing. Okay, so eating out. So I gave myself £35. We spent, I did have this written down somewhere. We spent some money yesterday. I think we spent £9. £9.61 I think we spent yesterday. So we need £25.39. So I've already got the 39, which is the change that we need, and then we need another 25. So that 25 can go, I'm just going to put this into here because we don't actually need my son's not got a guitar lesson next week, so we don't need the £5 for his chips next week. So because I don't like putting coins in here, I'll put that into eating out, and then this can just stay in here for the following weeks. So that's that folder done. So let's do the check-in. As you can see, I've got some left here, but I will show you about that in a minute. Excuse me. Okay, so we're going February the 16th to March the 15th. So food, this week, we're going to open it with the vouchers that I've got, which is £30. Now I'm not planning to spend the £30 this next week, sorry, because I've just done a big shop tomorrow, so that I'm just going to keep rolling over as we go. Eating out this week, I'm just going to open it with the 39p, just so that I can keep track of what's going on, and then I'll add more to it next week, but we're not going to eat out this week. Petrol, so we opened it with 50, didn't add anything. I know I should do this next week, but if I do it now, then I'm going to remember that I've already paid for that. Okay, so I think that is all of the, oh, that's it. I wanted to put the clothes one on. Now, last week I had £65 in clothes. Now we haven't been clothes shopping. I've only got £40 here. Now the reason for this is that at this moment my son has gone out with his friends to the cinema. And because I hadn't been to the bank, I gave him some money out of the clothes thing. So this should have £65 in it, but I'm only going to be putting the £10 that is my son's spending money. So the extra £15 that I gave him, I'm just going to waiver at the end of the day, because it's not often he gets to go to the cinema with his friends. I hadn't budgeted for it, but it's something that I will consider, or I'll think about next, like ongoing from now on. So this has now got £50 in it instead of the 65, but that's fine. It's just one of those things. I'm happy with that. Put that money into the eating out bit. Okay, so clothes has got, I said £50, didn't I? Clothes is opening with £50. I'm hoping to go shopping at some point to do that. So we've got £5 that I need to put into my daughter's spending money. Although technically it's actually £4.50 because she spent an extra 50p yesterday. And we have the £5 left over. Yay, it worked. So that £5 needs to go into the back to bank, which I can't remember. There we go. That £5 needs to go into here, because that will be going back in the bank. Okay, so that's the check-in done. Have I done everything now? I think I've done everything. I think we're all ready. So today we did the close down of the January budget. We did the opening of the February budget. We did the cash stuffing and moved things around. And I think we are all set for the next week. So that's it from me. I hope you have a wonderful week, and happy budgeting. If you have any questions or if you have any comments, please feel free to comment below. If you're liking the videos, please hit subscribe. It means a lot to me. And also hit the like button and notification bell so you get told when my videos come out. So I will see you again in a week's time, unless anything changes. But yeah, I feel a bit happier about this budget now. I have a bit more left over, and I've been able to stuff more than I was planning to originally. So yes, I'm pleased with that. So anyway, I'll leave you there. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.